Well, first of all, thank you because you are interested in this topic. I will try. Sorry because of my English, the phrases or words will be not right. I would like to put on the table some reflections about microbiotics and how we can improve that, especially not like for us, but in relation with society. As you know, I work in Shah Wellness Clinic. Shah Wellness Clinic use macrobiotics as the approach for diet to help people to recover health or have more energy or be healthier. And you know, like once in a while, like maybe twice a year, mass media criticize macrobiotics. As you can see here, Shah contains like different kinds of treatments, approaches, but for diet it's the macrobiotic one. Magazines, TV, radio criticize the macrobiotics. What happens then? This reduces the intention to come to Shah, and at the same time, this reduces the income that Shah has. At that moment, Shah thinks, or asks itself, is a macrobiotic the right approach to have? Well, we are not here to talk about the Shah, no. So we can carry on with the lecture easily. Just putting this, you. Because at the end of the day, each of us, we have like a professional activity, we have different things. Could be more macrobiotic, could be less, but macrobiotics, yeah, to psychotherapy, okay, macrobiotic will be one of them. And if this mass media is criticizing macrobiotics, it's affecting us as well. And the cycle will be the same. Okay. So, I found very useful the lecture that Danny gave yesterday about the definition, because definition will be the first step to going against that, to change that. There is nothing so practical as a good theory. Probably you heard this sentence. This is coming from Carl Lewin. This is a social psychologist, a German psychologist, founder of social psychology. Okay, I think we need a narrative that provides macrobiotic an ideal environment to evolve. Chase Harvis, you know, it's a very well-known photographer. He said that in order to be a professional, we need to be able to speak about the subject, in this case macrobiotics, in any situation with 3 people or 3,000, in 2 minutes, 20 or 200 minutes. This narrative will start with the definition of macrobiotics. Yesterday we had some problems with it. I remember my stay in Cucina Santé, and they teach me that cutting, you know, vegetable is like making decisions. So they taught me at that time that we have to cut vegetable like very, yeah, like not fast but precisely, precisely. So this is the thing that we have to do with the definition as well. I mean, to take it easy and to make it, yeah, as best as possible. Okay, let me go further. Why is the mass media able to criticize macrobiotics? You know about the article 1 week ago of one nutritionist in Spain talking, criticizing macrobiotics. This is something that it's not coming out of the blue. They can't do that because there are some elements that we have to be honest and look at them straight. Two things come to my mind, probably could be more. I will put both of them on the table to start the discussion. These two things that I consider important are the next one. First, not appropriate statements made by the founders or teachers of macrobiotics. And two, some traits of macrobiotics that turn it into a magic diet. Okay, let's talk about first statements of the founders. Probably, well, I'm sure you have heard about some phrases, statements of the founders of macrobiotics. As for example, not drink water. Melanie yesterday said something about it. She said that at the beginning she was not drinking water, and it was not a good thing for her. I have heard this coming from other counselors as well, and myself. I was not drinking water, and I remember like pain in my kidneys, for example, and not be able to do intense exercise. Other one, not nightshades. Okay, this is like tomatoes, potatoes, aubergine. Well, we will talk more about this later on, because it's one of the characteristics of magic diet. Macrobiotic diet immunizes you against any disease. This is another statement that it's like material that nutritionists can use against us. The body can make potassium into sodium. This is a statement that it's against the science, against the knowledge that we have chemically. And recently, one of my colleagues told me, "Hey Mario, don't worry, because I read somewhere in a Osawa's book that the body can make carbs into proteins. So proteins are not as necessary in a diet." And I said to her, "But do you believe that? Because I don't." Then she was thinking and answered to me, "Okay, I don't know." You know, it's this kind of thinking. Cancer can be cured with macrobiotics. It's another statement. It's food for people to criticize macrobiotics. Eating an egg, it's equal to eating a whole chicken. It's another one. An egg? An egg? Egg. Okay. It's equal to eating a whole chicken. And then the last one, eating, well, eating the only brown rice. But it's the diet number 7 that I'm sure none of us are recommending that or doing that for a long time, but it's something that it's always in the mass media. Our job now is be able to agree about the statements that we consider false, and have an answer ready when these statements come up on the mass media. Probably you had some more statements in your mind. You must be very honest. I know the task could be painful, because all of us have much respect for the founders and first teachers on macrobiotics. Now, the magic diet topic. In the 90s, a group of Spanish scholars defined the concept of a magic diet. That will be close to the English term of a fat diet. Diets as, for example, low-carb diet, or high-protein diet, or blood type diet, or candida, anti-candida diet are included in this category. Macrobiotic was or is included in this category as well. These scholars wrote 9 characteristics of a magic diet that we can examine today and to use to analyze our own practice. Think about each of them and decide if macrobiotic needs all of them, only a few, or none of them. I would say the 9 characteristics of a magic diet. First one, promise of quick results. From my experience, I think macrobiotics is not promising any quick results. It's quite the opposite, just lifestyle, long term. But it's now society which is asking for these quick results. And because we are in a marketplace, it will be something important to consider. Second, to predict amazing results. This is the second one. Third one, to forbid the consumption of a food or a group of foods. And this is the thing that they said about nightshades, but there are more. There is sugar, animal foods, stimulants, different ones. So this is something that we have to consider as well. And I know it was like a topic in the last conferences about to include tomatoes, not include tomatoes, this kind of thing. This is, quite hard because this is like touching the identity of macrobiotics. So we have to think about it slowly. 4, list of bad and good foods. This is another thing. One of my colleagues in Sha, she used to say that when some people say, okay, but then yin yang, okay, then meat is bad, sugar is bad, grains is good. She used to say, okay, no, it's not about this. It's about the effort that you want to get from foods. Meat or sugar, they have some efforts. If you want them, then you can use them. If not, but there is no bad and no good foods. Okay. So 5, to exaggerate it or distort the scientific reality of a nutrient. Like omega-3 or calcium or tryptophan, anything like this that we use just to promote the diet. Or probiotics, from miso. 6, the diet includes the consumption of products that the consultants sell. Well, think about this is something that happens when in some fat diets just for weight loss. In our case, will be I think the Japanese one, because many people that is coming to macrobiotics, they say, okay, but this Japanese one, and they are very expensive. Are they necessary? Then these things, it's something, like shakes, milkshakes, and all of this, but these kind of products will be the closer to the macrobiotics. 7, these products are very expensive. Okay, and if we compare with another fat diets, maybe like seaweeds and miso, I consider not expensive, but I heard in consultation that people consider them expensive.
People that go to shop consider that expensive.
Not much.
Is this a joke?
It's true.
Well, the shard boutique is quite high in the podcast.
Anyway.
Even then, it's high markup.
For them.
But it's true that from a point of view, we recommend more foods. Yeah, from my point of view, we recommend more foods, and I find that what is very high expensive is like creams and detox powders and all these things.
Exotic.
Okay, 8. The diet includes testimonies to increase credibility. And everybody knows about the Saint-Hilaire book, Recalled by Life, and other books that are famous and that helps macrobiotic to spread. But we have to consider that they are used for by this mass media to put the material against macrobiotics. So we have to consider how to use them. And then the last one, a magic diet contains statements that goes against science. Then we have to know that if we want the macrobiotics to evolve, we have to be hand, in hand with the science. There is no other way. And what I find in macrobiotic community, it's like, and myself as well, that there is a kind of thinking about conspiration. I mean, like no good intentions coming from science, And science community, it's a community like us, with line of thinking, and I think we have to respect that because we have many good things from science. Okay, so many things, like statements, like the traits of a magic diet. And this is something not to, to think about and to think how to do it. I would like to finish the lecture with an image that came to my mind while speaking to Isabel the other day. Let me
she doesn't like people.
Write down the graphic. Consider like a macrobiotic collection of pieces of information. These pieces of information are like going on with time. Okay. This is like a line, another one, another one. Okay. Consider each line of this a person. Could be Osawa, could be Kushi, could be another one. We are like this here. We are still. We have still the possibility to make something to improve macrobiotics. What I mean is that we have to give to macrobiotics that it's something independent, like the planet with its own life, something that improves it, that will provide macrobiotics the possibility to develop, to be, alive. And it came with a question: what will you do? What will you provide? What will you do to provide a better future to macrobiotics? We are here. They have no possibility. They did the best things according to their knowledge. We are now here. We have to do the best thing that we, according to our knowledge and awareness, to make possible macrobiotics evolve. And in order to do that, we have to take in consideration that macrobiotics is not something isolated. Macrobiotics is something that as we, as human beings, it must take in consideration that to be healthy, the lines that connects macrobiotics with the rest of the world, they must be very strong, and as solid as possible. Okay.